Ahoy guys, Ben Williams here, founder and creative director of 55 Knots, and welcome to this new online series called 5 with 55. Basically 5 minutes with 55 is what it means, and it is one design tip 3 times a week that goes for no more than 5 minutes. And today I want to talk to you about Google Images. How many of you, by show of like, have stolen an image off Google for your own brand campaign? Maybe it's for marketing, maybe it's for an internal presentation. Well, stop it. And here are 3 reasons why you basically should stop stealing images off Google. And this comes up a lot with my clients, and here are the reasons why. So I'll give you a couple of examples. Like the first example I can give you is intellectual property rights. So there's 2 types of, I guess, in this instance, of what you could be stealing off Google. The first being the photographer's work, so the creative license or copyright of the photographer who took the photo. And the second being what's in the photo could also be subject to intellectual property law. So to give you an example of this, I had a client this week who wanted to use a photo from Google of the Crown Casino and the Barangaroo. And the reason you can't use that photo, especially for commercial reasons, so if you're intending to use that photo to promote yourself or your business, it's a big no-no. And the reason is, and I can't remember the exact wording, but the legal team at eBay were very good at drilling this into my head. Basically, say for in this instance, the building or the Crown Casino has been designed by designers and builders and architects. It's been paid for, and they own the intellectual property rights of that building. So by you using a photo of that building to promote yourself, you're basically breaking or what's the word? Infringing on intellectual property law. Even if the Crown doesn't own the photo, you can't use it. Now, this also was the same with phones when we used to promote iPhones. So the way around it, because there is always a way around, there is always a loophole. So if you wanted to use the Crown Plaza in your photos, you could definitely do it, or you can also use an iPhone. But the way around it is to make sure that there is more than one building or phone brand in your marketing material, and that way it doesn't become about iPhone or about the Crown Plaza. It becomes selectively about more than that. So then you can say, no, it's not about Crown Plaza, it's about the Sydney skyline, or it's about phones. So that's one way around it. The second is making sure that your image is royalty free. So just because you bought it on iStock, it does not mean that you can necessarily use it for commercial reasons. Make sure it is royalty free and it doesn't have editorial use. If for whatever reason you want a photo and it's for a blog or an article and it's nothing to do with about making money, then there is different ways you can use these images for basically its editorial use only. So make sure, just always think, is this image about promoting myself and making money? If so, yes, then make sure it's royalty free. If it's for a documentary, an article, or a blog post, then editorial is fine. Now, and the third tip I guess I want from this is that you shouldn't steal Google Images because, one, you can get sued, you can get a cease and desist, which is less risky if it's online, but if you do use it in print, it's going to cost you a lot of money to have everything reprinted. So there's 3 places you can go to get images. The first two I'll mention are free. Unsplash, everything on there is royalty free. So it's Pexels, that's P-E-X-E-L. And then the third being iStock is actually quite an affordable option for you. It does cost a little bit more, but if you do use these 3 sites, you'll always know that your brand has done the right thing, isn't going to get in trouble by IP law, and you're just killing it. So this is my first tip. So don't steal images off Google and the reasons why. So stay tuned for our next tips with me. So this is your first ever episode of 5 with 55. I hope you enjoyed it.